I stumbled across health and fitness when I was 12 years old, and if I hadn't, I wouldn't be here today. It has been the backbone of my life. It has been the strength and always will be. Throughout my career, I've always been body conscious. I realize that changing your weight changes the way you move, changes the way you feel, and it actually can apply to a different character. If I'm playing a character like in Cliffhanger, it's totally different than in Copland. So I thought, why not try to create a company that can alter the way people feel? And it's something that I've experimented with and I completely believe in. And I'm committed to this as much as I was committed to making films. These products are fantastic because they are based in an experimentation by myself. I take them, I use them, and the results have been quite astounding. Gunnar, most people, they go into a gym, and the first thing they're really worried about is like, oh God, how do I get my waist thinner? I mean, it's just like, you know, women say it's the hips, legs, they have these infomercials, oh, spot reducing, spot reducing. If you just focus on your stomach, you'll lose it there. But that's not true. It's an overall training
no such thing as spot reduction. You have to work the abs, you have to work the entire core, you have to work the whole body.
Exactly right. So this is not going to all of a sudden make everyone's abs go down 10 inches, but it's very, very important to understand how to work the abs. We'll go through what we consider like 5 or 6 of the best ab exercises, the things that you've done for me, and it's been great. Hi, this is something that's been around since the dawn of time. The wheel is incredibly effective. I remember using this like in high school, and as I do it, Gunnar will describe the torture I'm going through. No, actually, well, actually, it's sort of like torture, but it's a good torture. It's a good thing. You know, every now and then you gotta pay the price, you know.
He's gonna get a lot of work here on this in the eccentric phase of the motion, which is on the way down, so it's during the stretching phase. Tremendously difficult not only to stabilize, but he's got to pull. It's very active on the way up, on the contraction. The abs never get a rest on this. There's no pause, steady breathing.
It's starting out, you don't have to go this far, really. Just this far. You can be sitting there watching your favorite TV show, you know, just playing with the kids, whatever, just rolling back and forth, and then you start to build up a kind of an endurance factor.
You could actually be watching Rocky.
You could be watching Rocky, but I wouldn't recommend it because I know what the outcome is. But it's a fantastic exercise, no kidding aside, and there's a reason it's been around forever. What we've created with Lean Fire is something that has extraordinary results. You get the energy, and you also get the desire not to eat, okay? So it changes the way you feel without making you jittery. So let's say you're going to the gym, and you're not in the mood to go to the gym. You take 2 Lean Fire, 3 Lean Fire, and all of a sudden you're going to be going through your workout, feel good, and then have the kind of energy that you need after the gym to maintain a good social life. I think it's very important for a man to feel like on top of his game, to feel manly. And to do that, it isn't as though you have to go out and do something like a daredevil. It's an inner feeling, and that's about testosterone. Forza T is something that really will enhance a man's testosterone. I used it for 6 to 7 weeks, and my testosterone went up 350 points. I found myself becoming more muscular, more energetic, more positive, more affirmative, and people around me sensed it too. And more importantly, you sense it. And it's like you get up in the morning and you say, okay, what world do I want to conquer today? And we're back having a ball. You know, Gunnar, in every gym, they have this ball, which has become, you know, a standard piece of equipment. And actually, you have a company that deals with this situation. It's called what?
I did a whole workout program called Core Secrets.
A lot of people that have bad backs goes through this, and it's really more of a balancing situation. As I do it, Gunnar will kind of talk you through what the muscles are going through. But this is a great exercise. I used it when I hurt my back, and now it's become part of my everyday workout.
If you think about what you're doing, you're forcing the abdominal muscles to fire and create different firing patterns, so they're adapting. Just by stabilizing on the ball, you're doing more work than if you were just doing a crunch on a hard, stable surface. You can also rotate at the top and put a little twist on it, engage the obliques, serratus, intercostals, all by being on this ball.
No, was that so hard? To get into a healthy lifestyle is a commitment that you have to make to yourself. Say, am I worth it? Is my life worth it? And the answer is, of course it is. Everyone does not have the greatest genetics, okay? Because I was not born with the genetics, believe me. I was born thin. I do not have big bones. I do not have that ability to pick up a fork and put an inch on my arm. It's all been through science and effort and application. And you know what? It's not that hard once you find the shortcuts. And that's what we're trying to do with Instone, is give you the shortcuts, the inroads. We've done all the suffering for you. All right, here's something I've used for a long time, and I think it's really, really good. A lot of people do this where they just kick their legs up. I basically lock off and try to roll my stomach up.
Right. So you want to make sure you lift from the lower part of the ab wall, the insertion, not the origin, and you're working the abs and not the hip flexors. Nothing wrong with working the hip flexors, it's just not what you're targeting. So if you can pull in and roll back as opposed to straight leg lifting, you're going to get a lot more out of this exercise.
And that's about it. These products are fantastic because we have the best researchers, we have access to the best products, the best supplements, the best additives. Our product line is pretty extraordinary because I think we've come across things that will really help people progress in the area they want to progress. We have a vanilla and chocolate pudding that's extraordinary. It's going to be revolutionary. So most men, well, I don't eat pudding or whatever. Let me tell you, you'll be eating pudding and feel more manly than you ever felt before because this stuff is great. I love meal supplements, I really do. I think it's fantastic. In the middle of the day, you make something that tastes like a milkshake. Our product is so good that my children want to drink it every day. They don't even want to have their normal food. They think this is like a treat. This is like a dessert. Here's an exercise that I've loved over the years. You know, loved and hated, but it really has done wonders for me. I use this specifically when I want to change my abs in Rocky. And I went from Rocky 2, which is really smooth, to Rocky 3, where I was very, very cut. The main exercise that I used was this one. And as I do it, Gunnar will describe it. And it's not as hard as it looks.
So it's a crunch on a Roman chair, decline bench, but you're adding the rotational component at the top of it. Anytime you add that transverse plane, that rotation, it becomes functional move because that's how you move in real life. And you've got to train it in the gym to make it effective in real life. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come back. Definitely listen to your body and make sure you keep breathing throughout. A lot of people tend to hold their breath during it.
Believe me, it's no disgrace to do 3 or 4 of these and get tired. But the benefits are incredible.
And if you don't have a twist stick, you can use a broomstick. Any number of things can take the place.
That's right. You can use a fishing rod, broomstick, whatever. Corn stalk, you name it. As long as you keep twisting on that bench. If you make exercise your hobby instead of your enemy, it becomes your friend. It's the one thing that will never let you down. Will always be there for you and will always make you better than you were the day before. Remember that every time you go to the gym, every time you put the right supplement in your mouth, you're better than you were 10 minutes ago. This is a lifestyle. My wife is committed to it. She is an extraordinary example. When you see what my wife has accomplished and to do it while managing a business, 3 children, and a very difficult husband sometimes, it's mind-boggling.
Kneeling cable abs, you're going to take the weight. A lot of people don't train abs with resistance, which they ought to. It's a muscle group that has to be hit with weights as well. He'll bend down, rolling forward, pulling the abs in as he rocks the body down. Abs have to suck in to get the contraction. You want to hollow it out. Think about a Halloween cat rounding the upper back that way. And then crunch. You can also add to the side so you get obliques in it, not to mention that transverse plane, that rotational plane is very functional. That's how your body works in real life. That's how it should work in the gym.
And I feel that burn. And how many sets do you think they should do?
Start at 2, work your way up to 4 and 5 sets, adding resistance progressively.
Exactly right. And this I would recommend 2 to 3 times a week. The irony is most people know what to do. They just don't do what they know. You need something else to perhaps jumpstart this sense of well-being and health. And that's what Instone is about. We want to help make it easier for you to change your lifestyle so you can now take it in a different direction. Things that have worked for us can work for you.